Did you know that one of the clearest signs that God has chosen you is isolation? It sounds backwards because we associate being chosen with popularity, favor, and being surrounded by people. But throughout the Bible, when God sets someone apart, He often pulls them away first. Isolation is not punishment. It is preparation. Look at Joseph. In Genesis 37, Joseph is given dreams from God that show his future authority. But before those dreams come to pass, he is betrayed by his own brothers, thrown into a pit, and sold into slavery. Later, he is falsely accused and thrown into prison. Years of isolation before elevation. Genesis 50:20 says, "What you meant for evil against me, God meant it for good." God used isolation to shape Joseph into a leader who could save nations. Then there is Moses. Before leading Israel out of Egypt, Moses spends 40 years in the wilderness, 40 years away from power, away from people, away from everything familiar. In Exodus 3, it is in that isolated wilderness that God speaks to him through the burning bush. God did not call Moses in the palace, He called him in isolation. David experienced the same pattern. Before becoming king, he was overlooked by his own family. In 1 Samuel 16, when the prophet Samuel came to anoint a king, David was not even invited. He was out in the field tending sheep. That lonely field became his training ground. It was there he fought lions and bears, and more importantly, it was there he developed a deep relationship with God. Psalm 23 was not written in a crowd. It was born in isolation. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Even Elijah, one of the greatest prophets, had moments where God pulled him away. In 1 Kings 17, God tells Elijah to go to the brook Cherith, where he is fed by ravens. A prophet, hidden by a brook, cut off from society. God was sustaining him privately before using him publicly. And then we see Jesus. Before beginning his ministry, Jesus is led by the Spirit into the wilderness for 40 days. Matthew 4 shows us that in that isolation, he fasted, prayed, and faced direct temptation from the enemy. The wilderness was not a setback, it was a setup. After that season, he returned in power. So why does God isolate chosen ones first? To build intimacy. When distractions are removed, your focus shifts to God. James 4:8 says, "Draw near to God and he will draw near to you." Isolation forces that closeness. Second, to develop character. You cannot carry purpose with a weak foundation. Romans 5:3 and 4 says, "Suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance produces character, and character produces hope." Isolation strengthens what people cannot see. Third, to protect the assignment. Not everyone can handle what God is doing in your life. Sometimes separation is protection. In Genesis, Joseph could not share space with people who were not ready for his destiny. Fourth, to train you for what is coming. Just like David faced lions before Goliath, your private battles are preparing you for public victories. Luke 16:10 says, "Whoever is faithful in little will be faithful in much." If you feel alone right now, understand this. You are not abandoned. You are being positioned. Isaiah 41:10 says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you." God isolates before he elevates. He separates before he sends. And if you stay faithful in the quiet season, what he reveals through you in the next season will be undeniable. So do not fight the isolation. Grow in it. Because what feels like separation is often divine selection.